What would you do now about the situation before you take an impulsive action? You desire to stop being impulsive, and you have no idea how to stop. And you're wondering what you can do to stop it. Well, guess what? I am Tessa-Marie, and I can show you how. I can give you some tips to avoid being impulsive. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where you will find the answers to life's true happiness and success. Subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when a video of this nature is released. I get it. I understand you. I've been there myself. What you're experiencing is not alien to all of us. We're all experiencing that sometimes in our lives. Some people never get over it. But think of how wise you are, how thoughtful you are, how in the moment you are now to realize, hey, this is a habit I need to change. It is not taking me anywhere. I make impulsive choices all the time, and I realize they're not good for me. They're not helping me. They're not taking me to what I desire to achieve in my life. They're hindering my goals from being manifested in my life because of my impulsive habits. I get it. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here, and you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day. So let me tell you about being impulsive. Impulsive is the satisfaction of some need that we think we do not have, something that we desire. So that's why we're doing everything to capture it by being impulsive. When we are impulsive, that means we're not in the moment. Being in the moment is a challenge for many of us, all of us. I am included. I have to constantly be in the moment by telling myself, hey, here you are in this amazing moment, able to see the sun rise or set, to see a beautiful person, to see a lovely design. Yes, be in the moment, absorb the moment. It's when we are in the moment that we can make those amazing choices to live a fulfilled life. And sometimes, just sometimes you're sitting there, what should I do? Yeah, that's a good question to ask yourself. I always ask you, and I say to myself, if you were me, that famous question, what would you do now about the situation before you take an impulsive action? Now, that will not come easily just because you have heard me and you decided you need to change. It's like building a muscle. Walking, building a muscle, day in and day out, until the muscle takes the form you're looking for it to take. So you see, although we have good intention of wanting to build that muscle, to change from that impulsive attitude, we have to realize thinking about it, avoiding it once is not the answer. It is a 7-day-a-week awareness all the time to make sure that you are in the moment. When you're in the moment, you will pause just a little and say, okay, is this action I'm going to take me closer to my dream goals or desire? Now, that's hard to do. It is difficult to do. It is challenging to do in this world that we live in, when everything is instant, point and click. And sometimes we are so busy pointing and clicking that we do not even realize we are pointing and clicking until it comes to haunt us in the future. So it's the awareness of the moment that causes the magic of the future to be awesome. The miracles happen when we are aware of the actions we are taking moment by moment by moment. Maybe out of a day, I might be able to take 5 good actions, 5 awareness in my actions, and the other 5 I've lost. That doesn't mean I give up. What I do, I continue to take action every day to avoid being impulsive. We all have that little impulsive thing inside of us. Sometimes it's to charge a fight, to create a misadventure, to get involved in something we never would have and only live to regret it. So, watch it. Yes, impulsive control needs this part here. You already asked, what should I do? If you were me, you said, what would you do in this moment? I am telling you, 99 times out of 100, you will forget to ask this question. But if you only remember to ask it one time, that is an amazing journey you've started. Just that one step. Remember, a journey of 1,000 steps begins with one. So do not give up just because you only remembered once to stop your impulsive nature. That's what it is. You only remembered once. But celebrate that one. A time like before, I would have done it. But now I have chosen not to do this. And that is what is important. Celebrate your successes. You are training a muscle to do better. And that muscle has never been trained like this before. I have a young woman who decided she needed some financial spending plan advice. We worked on a plan together. And this is her first time in her 45 years of being alive, although she knew me all along. And then she had a certain amount of money that was supposed to be spent on grocery. And she stuck to it to a point. So then when she saw me again, she said to me, you know what? I really went overboard with my spending on the grocery amount. I said, well, I know what happened. Remember, you were supposed to have cash and use the cash, have it in a special envelope and use it. But I bet, without you telling me, you used your debit card. And she looked at me and she said, how did you know? I said, what we forget is that a debit card is like a credit card. You're swiping and swiping, impulsively shopping, and only to regret it a month later, 30 days when the credit card bill comes. So I said, when did you find out? When you found out that you had gone over the allotted amount for grocery for those 2 weeks? Well, when I looked at my account and I checked how much I spent on groceries in the past week and on the weekend, I was $75 over. So I said, okay, that's good. You found out what it is. So are you going to make an effort and go back to using cash until you get into the habit? You have to train your muscle of impulsiveness to be tempered, to be put aside, to be subdued. And the only way to do that is to take action every time you fall off the horse. You take an action. Every time you know you didn't do so well, you just, okay, I'm going to do it. And every time you did it, celebrate by smiling at it. She said yes. So you have an impulsive way of overeating. What can you do? Tessa-Marie, mine is not spending, it's overeating. I am saying to you, serve your dinner or your lunch in a breakfast plate, a smaller plate, or even what you would call a dessert plate. Just put enough to manage that plate. Have a glass of water before you begin to eat. Add a little bit of cider vinegar or just plain white vinegar to it to help you absorb the carbs. And then you start eating your meal. Chew slowly. Be deliberately taking the time to savor the taste of the food in your mouth. Yes, that's one way to do it. Now, your particular thing is that you do not exercise enough. You are not walking. You sit and you watch TV. You are not doing anything to build that muscle that you want to. So guess what? Do not attempt to do 40 minutes of exercise. You know you won't do it. But can you stand up and walk around your house for 5 minutes today instead of sitting and just watching TV, being impulsive and just switching and switching? Can you eat and can you walk in a different area? Can you leave the house and go for a 10-minute walk instead of saying you're going for 40 minutes? Can you do that? Can you celebrate that you stood up every hour for 10 minutes? Put a timer on your watch. Get away from the impulsive actions you take. Spending money impulsively, that we talked about. Eating more than you should. Not exercising. And doing impulsive things. Stop that. 10 minutes. Change it for 10. Out of 99 impulsive things you did not do, you only did one. That's good. Today is one. Tomorrow will be two. And you will build the muscle of avoiding to be impulsive. One muscle at a time. One action at a time. And I know for sure this works. I have done it myself. So I go for a 10, 20-minute walk every day, but I go every day. And on a good day, if I feel like going for a walk in the evening, then I go for a walk in the evening and I celebrate. Great. 7 days a week, I did it. I avoid spending money. I use my credit card at a certain time of the month. I watch my spending. I eat more diligently. This is a lot. These are the most common ones. So have fun doing this. If you like this video, click over here. There are more videos of this nature coming your way. Have a great day.